Okay, so this is going to be a very quick tutorial on how to install 7TSP themes. So for starters, we're going to want to get 7TSP. There are two versions you can download, both of them will be links in the description. I'd recommend the one that says portable. You don't have to install it, you can just run it from this. The next thing you need to download is the Ultra UX theme patcher. It's not necessary, but it's nice to have because it just makes things easier. And having both of these installed at the same time doesn't do any harm that I've ever seen ever. Extra protection, it's fine. And then you also need the theme pack, which I will link to in the description as well, which in this case is the Jarvis one. So before you start installing or running anything, you want to deactivate your antivirus. This virtual machine doesn't have it. If you have Avast, right click on it, disable for 10 minutes now, it doesn't matter, you can reactivate it later. All of this is fine, there's no viruses here, but if you don't believe me or you don't trust the source or anything like that, then just don't install theme packs because pretty much all of them are going to alert you. So let's get started. The theme patcher, you want to go ahead and run that, accept the terms, next, I agree, all that kind of stuff. Your screen will flicker, things will do weird shit. That's normal, it will just do it on its own and it will fix. This takes quite a while, depending on your system obviously, but really all it's doing is just changing a few files. See, that's finished now. It asks you to reboot, which you are going to have to do. Unfortunately, you can't not do it, you can't just skip it, so you are going to have to reboot it. So I'm going to reboot now. I'll be back in just a sec. Right, so I'm not entirely sure why I said I'll be back in just a second, because that was literally no time at all. So that's been installed and done with now. We're not going to need the theme patcher anymore. We're going to need 7TSP. So you want to double click on that if you've got it on your desktop. Click yes, and you'll be met with this. You want to agree to that, and then just close that down. And 7TSP will then come up. So from this menu, you want to click all three of these on the bottom right here, and then you want to click Add Custom Pack. So what this will do then is open up a browser where you can go to your desktop or wherever it is that you saved the Jarvis theme and click on the Jarvis theme and click open. It'll take just a minute to sort itself out and you'll see a preview and everything here, and you want to click on both of these so that everything starts up. It would seem that some packs do have start menu orbs and stuff, some don't, doesn't really matter. Click start patching, click yes, and it will begin. It will create a restore point, so if ever installing a theme screws up your system, open this program again, click restore, goes back to the first time it did it, or whichever previous time it was. So that's what you need TSP for. There was no installation, that's just the clean download if you get the portable version of the software, which I would recommend because it's much easier than having to install something. This is all normal, flickering off and off, off and off, can't have off and on. That'll happen a lot. Windows Explorer is being rewritten and stuff like that's going on, it's changing everything. You can see it right there, Explorer, patching. exe. That was in the wrong order, who cares? Images being changed, files in the Windows system being changed, which is why the antivirus doesn't like it, because it's kind of freaking out that you're letting something change all your system files. But I mean, that's why you do these on a virtual machine, right? There's tutorials that I've got up here that are teaching how to use virtual machines to install things and stuff like that. They basically just work like miniature PCs inside of your PC, so you don't have to screw up your Windows files. One thing I will say though about virtual machines is that they can spread viruses to your main drive by replication and networking things. So watch out for that, but it's very rare that you'll get one that's that deadly. Deadly? Diddly. Probably gonna edit that bit out. Oh, fuck it, leave it in. Yeah, so this takes a hell of a long time. I'll get back to you when it's done. Okay, so as soon as that's done, your theme will be loaded, but it will come up with a message saying you should reboot again. You want to go ahead and do that. So yeah, you want to go ahead and do that. You can't really not do it. You can just. I'm tempted not to for the purposes of this, but you're gonna have to reboot. So I'll get back to you again after the reboot. Just click yes, and everything will go back to normal. There you go. And you're gonna have to reboot again because that's just how the system works. So back in a minute. Right. So this is got me back at the desktop. Everything's been installed. You don't need these anymore. You don't need these two anymore. Keep 7TSP around somewhere safe, so we can go ahead and get rid of those. if you want a review of this theme, I'll put a link in the description to one. I won't go through any more of it for right now because, like I said, it's all in the description. I will just show Internet Explorer because I didn't do that in the review because I didn't have it installed on that machine. It does look pretty badass, but because of the way the themes work in Windows, this registers as a like a negative / high contrast type theme. So you get some weird things with UI in, especially Internet Explorer, but who uses that anyway? Use Firefox or Chrome. But on the whole, it's quite nice. I mean, Internet Explorer actually does hold fairly well. It's just some websites don't really like it very much. So that's everything I had to say about it. It's only been about 5.5 minutes. That's how you install these theme packs. Have a good one.